Hello and welcome to the Daily Blitz. In today's video, we'll be going over two critical indicators for the UK economy, and which you would say, Nikolai, are on the precipice. We're going into uncharted territory if they fall any further. Now, we'll show you a couple of charts here. Nikolai, which one would you like to start with?
Let's go with the pound first. As you can see from the chart on your screen now, it's at the precipice is what I'm calling it. It's at the level where if it breaks any lower, it hasn't been any lower since I think the mid-80s, during which time actually it was dollar strength, not pound weakness, that made that chart break down. So as far as I'm concerned, we're on the verge of uncharted territory. And if it breaks any lower, we don't know what that means. How low will it go? What effect does that have on the UK economy, on the UK stock market, on our investments?
Because we have no past performance by which we can measure it. Now, the next one we'd like to go to is interest rates, so short-term and long-term interest rates. Which one would you like to start with and why?
Yeah, so the first chart will be the UK 10-year gilt going back 300 and something years. This is data from the Bank of England, and it shows that the current level of interest rates in the UK have never been lower. And then if we zoom into the more recent period, I think the chart has the last year or so, you'll see that it is really at that level. It is really on the precipice. If it goes any lower, then we've never been that low before. The lows were hit, I think, in 2016 and in the last few months. So if it goes any lower, we don't know what it means.
We are in uncharted territory.
Yeah.
So is this pessimistic or optimistic? Are we adventuring out here, or is this something more like wandering into a cave and hopefully we don't get eaten?
The problem with economics generally really is that it's always on the one hand this, on the other hand this. Any given indicator or move is always good for some people and bad for others, and it's this trade-off. So you can't really say this is good news or bad news. It's good news for some and bad news for others. In terms of the interest rate, which is the most interesting one, it suggests that the UK government can borrow at the cheapest rate ever. That sounds pretty good. It's an expression of faith in the UK government. On the other hand, it also suggests that investors in the UK are incredibly pessimistic about what's going on. They don't want to invest in UK risky assets. They want to hold so-called risk-free government debt.
But the key takeaway here is that if interest rates or the pound go any lower, investors and everyone in the UK who uses the pound will be in uncharted territory. And this is something that everybody should be paying attention to. But that was today's Daily Blitz video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching.